Um, Hopefully you guys can hear me now. Waiting to see who jumps on. All right, well, I'll just continue. So I was talking about the donkey cam, which is now the chicken cam. And I was saying that this winter, when it gets cold and things start freezing up, we'll move animals from over by Donkey Cafe, the pond there. We have, here comes the ducks. Hold on. Here they come. There they are. My little friends. Hello, guys. I have them in there. God, it seems like we have animals all over the place. And you know why is because we do have animals all over the place. The ducks are in this, what we call Honeymoon Hill, because I don't want them to go into the pond that's attached to over by Donkey Cafe, because we lost one duck to a fox there. I feel like I'm just running from these foxes because I know that there's 4 of them that are around, and constantly monitoring what we're doing to see if they can find an inn. So the ducks are over here. We have a 6-foot fence, almost impenetrable, I would think. They've been here for a while. They do have a little house there. There's a little house that they can go into. They don't seem to like it, but they have a house. And over there, you can see they have 2 little swimming pools. And they do swim in their swimming pools. I change the water in their swimming pools every other day. It's pretty funny because it does take about 2 days for it to get filled up with algae. I feel like it's the reflecting pool of Goldie's farm. So anyways, all of the furry, the feathered animals will move into the chicken stall this winter. They'll have a run that goes out into the back so they can get some fresh air and sunshine, but they'll also have a huge indoor space, and the camera will be on that. So I think that's a good progress. However, we need to move, what I was saying earlier before we lost sound, which I don't know why. We'll move the camera from one area to the next door so that you guys don't have to look out over the top of the outdoor run. The outdoor run was put in, as I mentioned earlier, because the 2 foxes were able to get into where the chickens are. So that's that. If anybody sees foxes, it was really good. There's 4 foxes out there, and people send me notifications when the foxes are around, and I did get the notification and went running out there to see if I could circumvent any of the chickens from getting eaten, but they'd already gotten 2. So do the best I can. Somebody else had made a comment. Okay, here they go again. I think they hear my voice. Somebody else had comment about why do I always lock the goats in, and they look really miserable sitting on the I'm going over here. They're probably there right now, sitting on the picnic table. Oh, of course they're not on the picnic table right now, but a lot of times when it's hot out, I do not let them out in the back. I open up the door to the hallway of the barn, and I put water. I spray water all along the because evaporation is a cooling process, keeps it cooler in there. I got fans in there, so although they're locked out of the actual Chaos Hill, but they're still they can go into the aisleway of the barn and wander around, but they like to sit in the sun even on hot days. They can go anywhere they want, but they like to sit in the sun on the picnic table. That's their favorite place. So all right, so those are the animal things that are going on. Updates this week. We have had a couple, turn it around, Sue. We've had a couple busy days already, and tomorrow we're going to Methuen Village in Methuen, which is about a 40-minute drive, maybe a half an hour drive. And then we turn around and we have a group coming here in the afternoon. So that will be, it'll be a very busy day. Today I was at the Cummings Center, that was it New Horizons, and it's a Cummings Foundation owns that one. Saw a bunch of people brought the new chickens, or the young chickens, the 2 gray ones. People have a lot of fun with them. So did that. And then I can't remember. I think we're in Wakefield on Friday. But yes, so things are ticking along. Any update on the boat project? I'm just trying to catch some of the comments. Boat project's coming along, I guess. I know that Benoit's been. Maybe we could take a wander down there and take a look at it as I talk away. The top is going on, like the structure of the boat is coming together. I don't really know anything about boating, but the top is coming on, so that's good. And I can walk down and give you an update on the boat if you'd like. Elvis and Jemmy, remember we have the tanner barn in the way back. So the tanner barn, I also spray water all over the floor. There's 3 stalls back there. I put hay back there, and there's 2 fans. So if you see no animals during this hot weather, it's because they're all hiding from the bugs. And the tanner barn's pretty dark and cool in there. I had talked to Elizabeth the other day about moving the cameras from 9 and 10 and putting that out in the back so you can see the arena field and where the big chair is, because every night the horses and donkeys, I let them out to graze. I'm careful not to get that area overgrazed, but I put them out so that they can have some grass. And this winter, when it's cold, they'll have full access to that area once the grass is all gone and we're in winter. So that might be a fun place to put that other camera. And now that I have control over the camera, which I don't know where I stand with this, my IT guy here, but I'd like to move some of the cameras around a little bit more. And my goal is I got a second computer about a month ago that's just for the cameras, so I can leave it here, and it can be accessible to anybody to change the view of the cameras, but it's also not working. So hopefully my little friend here from Monteview Go will fix all of them, and we can be up and running and things will improve. So I'm getting questions. The person here yesterday was Beth, and she brought her dog Heidi and her mother. It was very cute. Her mother and my mother drove around for a little while. Carlene is her health is great, and she's out on her golf cart flying up and down the driveway. I know she was driving around with Bao today. I was inside all day working on cameras, paying bills, and on the Cummings grant again this year. So I'm starting to do the application. It's due on mid-September again. So I'm working on that, and hopefully this year we will get the grant. I reached out to the Cummings Foundation to confirm and talk more about any holes in our application from last year. So she tried to call me back, but I was on another call with Monteview Go trying to fix the cameras. So believe it or not, one thing that's more important than getting the Cummings grant is the cameras. So I wasn't able to return a call, but I'll follow up with her tomorrow. The initial word that I got was we were just too young of an organization, having been around for 3 years. But next year is, then we're 4 years, so I hope we're a little bit closer to getting a grant. And so any other things that will, yes, Chester. Okay, so Chester, that's the bigger of the 2 horses. Chester's super, super smart, even though he's a special needs horse. You see that he is very challenging to ride, and he's very spooky. Yesterday, Betsy tightened up the saddle with him, and he stood straight up in the air. So I was like, yeah, maybe we ought to not get on him today. So Wallace is coming tomorrow, most likely around 5:30, to get on Chester, because I don't want Betsy to get on, and when he hasn't been ridden in 2 months, and I think he forgot. So Wallace will get on him first, and then either I'll get on him or Betsy gets on him. I'm feeling like I'm a little old to be riding a bronco, but Wallace, that's what we have Wallace for. He likes that kind of stuff. I think that I stay with Sunshine. And so that will take place tomorrow, probably around 5:30. And you can see that on the arena cam. Hopefully it won't be anything exciting to see, but Chester certainly was exciting last night because she just tightened the girth and his front end went straight up like 5 feet in the air. It's like, whoa, where'd that come from? But that's Chester. He's some days he can be afraid of his water bucket, so that's challenging to own a horse like that. And okay, so the next wine tasting, still working on setting that up. We're working on a lunch on the 12th of September right now. And I've reached out I have 4 people that are interested in the wine tasting. Haven't really worked on it as hard as I should, but I got 4 people lined up, so that's good. And I've also been working on the Donkey Fest, which is scheduled the first week in October. It's like the weekend of October 3rd. Judy reached out to the hotel, the Hilton, and she got some bulk pricing, but she could reserve a group of rooms. However, the Hilton recommended, because the prices are high, because it is prime foliage leaf peaking season. They recommended doing an Airbnb. So I went out on Airbnb and I found about 4 different houses that would be available for rent that are close, within a close proximity, that if you are interested in a group of people coming, they could all stay in the same house. That was a better idea, I thought. If you want, I can easily help you coordinate finding housing if you're planning on coming, or Judy can also help you too. But if you're planning on coming, October 3rd is the weekend, and we are going to be doing the spirit sticks, especially since we've lost Hilda and Betty Tingley this year. So, and I've got a bunch of other lineups of things to keep you guys all entertained. So that's in the works, and yeah, I think that's probably enough to keep me out of trouble. So let me take you for a quick walk down to the boat. We'll take a look at the boat. See what my guys. Hold on, see if my guy's still here. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Do you need me can I just leave for 5 minutes and come back?
You're totally fine. I'm making really good progress, so you're good.
Okay, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, he's making good progress. So let's go down to the boat. I'm just going to turn you around. We may get the Circle of Doom, but let's go take a look at the boat. Okay, these are my stairs, and it overlooks the Chaos Hill, and then down over here, this floor, and this is the little room this is like my mud room, which is has a brick floor and a spiral staircase, and this is where all the dirt hopefully stays. Come in and out of here when I go into the barn, and there's the camper. I put down this little walkway in about 2 hours last year, and it's still fine. All right, and then we go out over here, Donkey Cafe. Oh, there are the goats. See, they can go wherever they want when it's hot like this. And most of the time they just stay on their picnic table. Tractor. Oh, where we're going? We're going to the boat. Okay, so it appears that we're building something here. And Bao is building something. Hello. Okay, so then we're going up here. This is the boat project. And voila, it has a top now. This whole thing. I guess from what I know, this area back here is going to be open for seating, and then this part here, this middle section, there's another roof going on the top, and this will be where you drive the boat. And then I think I can walk on these things. And then in there, I don't know if you can see it. Okay, we're back. That is inside there is a bathroom, and a bedroom. And yeah, I know that this wood that is going into this, it's special wood. It's like $600 for one piece of plywood. It's very expensive. And yeah, so that's the progress. That's the fuel tank. There's going to be a motor that sits on top of this. And then, of course, we have the turkeys over here. Let's go see the turkeys. These animals, especially this time of night, they just follow me around. Everywhere I go, I try to hide from them, but they find me. And then over here, you may have already seen this, but I'm talking about the animals. There's the evil turkeys. I was talking about everywhere there's animals, but there's another. This is the garden, like the official bow there were peas in here. And no, not you guys. He's growing tomatoes here. There was a bunch of little red tomatoes and I kept stealing them. And this is where there's another this is the chicken hutch. This is where typically the chickens that go on vacation. There we go. Okay, there's the chickens that, they're too small to go into to be integrated with the other chickens. And if you see right there, that one right there with the fluffy head, that's one of the two that I've been using for the program. So when I consider those two chickens, I need to name them. They both have that fluffy. You'll see pictures of them online. They both have the big fluffy head. They're Polish tufted chickens, and they will be part of the program. So they'll live in here because this is a secure place from predators and other birds, and it's usually pretty clean in here. So that's where there'll be 4 chickens because the other 2 chickens are over here. They'll all be integrated in there once that group of chickens grows up. All right, and this is the worst turkey ever. Worst turkey ever. He fights with the horses, and he's trying to fight with me now. And there's Bow. Hello. And there's the little goat. And then over here, we've all seen Donkey Cafe, but in the back of Donkey Cafe is where we have these animals. They're just enjoying, and the naughty pig. I hear the naughty pig. Percy, what are you doing? Oh boy. He's always just into something. He seems to have gotten into the sunflower seeds. And he doesn't even, those are good for him to eat, but I don't know where the bag is. He's always getting into something. She's eating a leaf. But, oh, there's the bag. Yep. He somehow has gotten into a bag of sunflower seeds. And he doesn't even like sunflower seeds. See, there's the bag. We'll give them to these guys because he's not supposed to be eating them. Okay. The bunnies, the good bunny and the other bunny. And there she is. Hello, Sally. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Come say hi to everybody. There we go. Miss Sally Pants. And then there's the other chickens. There's you guys can enjoy watching Piggy be bad. Piggy? What happened? Where'd you get all those sunflower seeds? Piggy? Are you a bad pig? He will not be having dinner tonight because he's eaten his dinner. Yeah, no dinner for you, Piggy. Piggy, what happened? Do you want to talk about it? No. Oh, he's been in the mud too. He's filthy. Okay. So, that's Piggy. And Donkey Cafe is waiting for its next event. Yeah, and then we can walk up here a little bit. This is the Goldie's Farm reflecting pool, which is full of algae. Hi guys. Oh, maybe he's gonna get in for us. No. This is my poor little donkey that Percy tipped over so many times he has no ears left. It's falling apart. It's supposed to look like that donkey over there. And you'll notice this donkey has nice ears. But Percy has tipped this thing over so many times. It has no ears. It's really, I saved all the parts. See, this guy stalks me. Everywhere I go, he's on to me. Yeah. These guys are nice, though. Yeah. Very nice little guys. That's the wild duck that was in the Walmart. It was in the Market Basket parking lot. And this is the duck that we found over at Hood's Pond, the sole survivor at this point. And I will give them some food. And because they have duck food someplace. Yeah, they already have food. I have to, because Percy comes out here as well, so they share their pool. But I have to remember to put the duck food up, or Percy will eat that too. He just is shameless when it comes to food. Shameless. So, yeah. And then we'll just go out here and I'll just see. I'm looking for any more comments or questions. And then you guys could probably see me on the camera over there. And this brings us up to the main house and the naughty goats and the ponds. And we have over here, the naughty goats have access to go out and play and eat on the farm. Sometimes I put the horses out there. I might put the donkeys out there later. And they can enjoy a little grass. It also goes out the back, and there's a circle around for people to walk. It's kind of nice. See? Look at them. Here they come. Everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Yep. Okay. All right. So that's and this is the cabin. I can do one more view of the cabin, because Michelle's done a lot of work. It's got a new door on it. Overlooks I call this the arena field. I don't know what you guys call it, but the cabin has a new facelift and a new door. She's done a good job with her gardening. There's Elizabeth's home where she lives, the main house. Yeah, so let's go back and check on Monteview Go. Any other questions that you guys might need answers to? So, here they come. Here they come. All right, maybe next week I'll take you in the barn. And yes, so Chester is, there's a little naughty goat. They're both girls. It's mother and daughter. They're just playing. Very happy little guys. My little friends here. And this is because the door is open in the barn because it's hot. But they are opting to get out of the aisleway and run around here. Yeah, they know where the food is. They know who feeds them. These two fight all the time. Ooh, ooh. Yeah. This little guy, yeah. They're playing, believe it or not. That little turkey goes after Chester sometimes too, which is pretty funny. Chester does not kick him and kill him. It's the beauty of a mixed herd of animals. Everybody's happy. I try to give them as much freedom and keep them as happy as I possibly can. The fox will probably, these guys will probably go after the fox, so I'm not really worried about the fox and the goats. They go after Wanda on a regular basis, and believe it or not, those foxes probably weigh less than Wanda. So I don't think they'd pick I don't think they would pick the goats to pick on. So, and yes, all the sound will be on for Donkey Fest. So if anyone's, oops, guys, that's the baby. So if anyone is planning on staying here and coming up to this area and wanting to go to Donkey Fest, let me know if I can help you with reserving rooms or anything else. And should be a good weekend. Okay, I think that's all. I'm going to go up and check on my my tech support. Oh, and there's the walkway to my deck. One more thing. There's the walkway to my deck. That's all been torn down and refinished. So yes, I have seen the other day I looked, or just a couple hours ago, I looked at the donkey cam, and I was like, who opened that? Who opened the gate? And I went back and I rewound and I watched Chester do it. So yeah, it's a problem. Okay, so I will go and close the gate, see if I can get the cameras up and running, and tomorrow's another day. So reach out if you need anything. Thank you so much. Bye.